Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody. All right. Had to get my social media posts up. Now we are ready to go. How we doing tonight, everybody? Over on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you guys for sorry about that. For hanging out with me tonight. We have another epic edition of Monday Night Raw live on the USA Network. Let's go over what we've got for tonight. Let's go over it. What is on WWE.com for the Raw preview? CM Punk to deliver a message to Drew McIntyre. This is a deeply personal rivalry. It's as personal as you get. Welcome on in, Jay. Welcome on in over on the YouTube side of things. Thank you for hanging out with me. Jay is in the house over on the YouTube. So we have CM Punk addressing Drew McIntyre. We have Damage Control and Shayna Baszler. Damage Control and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark to challenge Alba Fire and Isla Dawn in a triple threat women's tag team title match. And this is going to be very interesting, this next one. The New Day and Odyssey Jones teaming up against the Final Testament. The way that Xavier Woods, you kind of reacted, you kind of saw his facial expression when Kofi Kingston had this idea of a six-man tag against the Final Testament, including Odyssey Jones. You got to wonder where Xavier Woods is mentally. We've been seeing Karrion Kross try to get in the head of Xavier Woods to get Xavier Woods to join the Final Testament. Don't know what's going on there with Xavier Woods, but we may have some answers tonight. And this comes 1 week after Odyssey Jones picks up a very dominant win over NXT's Vincent Winey. And then the 14-time world champion, WWE's Apex Predator, Randy Orton, speaks after delivering that emphatic RKO to Gunther. That was last Monday. Those two will go at it at Bash in Berlin on August 31st. We're getting really close to Bash in Berlin. It's coming up next Saturday. I won't be doing it live, but I will be doing it around 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern. Haven't decided how I want to do it. I don't know if I want to watch it all the way through, if I'm going to do it match to match, because that's what we might do here on you. I might do a live recording session of it and just go match to match. So we'll figure that out. We got a week to figure it out. So yeah. We have Sheamus and Pete Dunne. We saw what's been going on with Pete Dunne. And then we got that interview with Jackie Redmond, which really explained it all, which gave Pete Dunne a chance to explain why he's been doing what he's been doing to Sheamus, costing Sheamus match after match after match getting involved. And that's because Pete Dunne felt like Sheamus was putting him down. Like Sheamus was overshadowing him. Like Sheamus didn't give him a platform. Although Sheamus feels that he gave Pete Dunne, tried to elevate Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne doesn't feel like that did that for him. So Sheamus battling his former protege, Pete Dunne. And then this will be interesting. Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree. I don't think I got the note as good as Samantha Irvin, but I tried. So there's that. We are 7 minutes away from Monday Night Raw. And there's still going to be so much more to come. There's going to be so much action tonight besides what they've already announced. Got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 matches already here that are being shown what we're going to get tonight, including a tag team title match, which is great. So we're getting some gold on the line tonight. We are 7 minutes away from Monday Night Raw. Trying to think what else. I mean, we might even see Bronson Reed. I know they were talking about banning Bronson Reed. It's kind of hard to ban a guy the size of Bronson Reed. Just throwing that out there. Good luck. Good luck with that one. Yeah, good luck getting rid of a guy like Big Bronson Reed. Talk about really laying it in. We are just 6 minutes away from Monday Night Raw. I want to thank you guys again for joining me. As always, I appreciate all the love and support you guys are showing me. It keeps me going. The dream keeps me going. That goal of making it to the WWE keeps me going. We'll make it, man. We'll make it. And I say we, because when was the last thing? It's not too often that a content creator works so hard at something like this that they get signed to a contract. So this is an us effort. It's an us effort. It's a team effort. I can't do it without y'all, and y'all definitely have proven y'all are right there by my side. For 3 years I've been doing this. Nearly 3 years I've been doing commentary. First it was Twitch, now it's YouTube the last 6 months. Lionel Gayton, welcome on into the stream. Welcome on in to Hype the Commentator stream. I am Hype the Commentator. I am I'm a professional wrestling commentator. I've been doing it since January 2022. After I did it for a special event with some friends, or for this special event called Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise. That was a Twitch exclusive event. I found myself doing it on my own time on Twitch in about around April, May 2022. And ever since then, I haven't looked back. And now the goal is the World Wrestling Entertainment. So welcome on in. Thank you for joining me tonight. How are you doing, Lionel? How are we doing? We are 3 minutes away from Monday Night Raw. 3 minutes away from Monday Night Raw. As it goes, the same way I always do it during matches. I do record matches so I can have them for YouTube, so I can post them on YouTube if need be. If there's a day I can't record, if I'm a video short for a week, and I don't want to miss a daily upload, so I try to have as much footage as I can in the can. So I try to keep as much footage as I can. So with that being said, when I do film commentary, when there's a match, I do not talk. When there isn't a match, it's all open. We're all open to talk, having a good time. Whatever kind of segment it is, I try to butt in when the timing is right, when it feels acceptable, when there's no talking going on. So yeah, it'll be a fun experience. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's commentary. As always, I, Sam, and am your special commentator. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I am not your I'm not your average wrestling reaction channel. A little bit different, actually a lot different. Much respect to all of my friends who do react to WWE and AEW and TNA and all those shows. Much respect, much love to all of the friends out there that are killing it doing their reaction streams and videos and predictions and all that kind of stuff. My goal is very clear. That's to be the greatest commentator of all time. It's very clear. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 minute away. Actually, we're 40 seconds away from Monday Night Raw. Sit back, relax, and get ready for the show. Let me put the audio on. We're getting... All right. It is now time for Monday Night Raw as the 8 o'clock hour. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're so close. 1 week from Saturday, we will be in the Uber Arena in Berlin, Germany for Bash in Berlin on August 31st. But before that, tonight we are live from Fort Lauderdale, Florida from the FLA Live Arena. Sold out. Home to the NHL Stanley Cup champions. What a night it is going to be. We've got CM Punk. We've got the Women's Tag Team Championship triple threat match. Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, Damage Control, Baszler and Stark. Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Which one of these three will leave as the Women's Tag Team Champions? The Terror Twins are in the house, and they have got their eyes set on the new Judgment Day. Randy Orton, the 14-time world champion, looking to become a 15-time world champion at Bash in Berlin. 1 week from Saturday, he challenges the ring general, Gunther, for the World Championship. Gunther winning the world title back at SummerSlam, defeating Damian Priest. And the WWE Universe having their voices heard, because they're hearing voices in their head, much like the WWE's Apex Predator Randy Orton, as they sing along to Voices by Rev Theory. Two people, only two have held the World Championship more time than Randy Orton. 16 times. One, John Cena. The other, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Randy Orton looking at a 15th World Championship to get one step closer to becoming one of the greatest, to becoming the greatest of all time. The greatest champion of all time with the most title reigns. It could be Randy Orton. Randy Orton is bigger and stronger and better than he's ever been. We saw what happened with Randy Orton and Gunther last month. Now let's take a look real quick. And then Drew McIntyre would arrive. Meanwhile, Drew McIntyre had some quite the things to say. Gunther would focus his attention on Drew McIntyre, but never take your eyes off the Viper, because Randy Orton would strike with an RKO, and Gunther never saw it coming. At that split second, you take your eyes off Randy Orton, and that's exactly when he strikes. Let's hear it from Randy Orton.
South Florida, you sound mighty froggy right now. What's up with you? Ooh-wee. Well, now, check it out. It's been a minute since I've done this, so bear with me. I want to soak it all in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Nailed it, Randy. You nailed it.
Oh, and the next time that I make that introduction, I will be a 15-time world champion. This match at the Bash in Berlin against Gunther, that's what it's for, the World Championship. And that is all it had to be about, the legacy of the world title, but Gunther decided to go and make it personal. Which only gives me that much more reason to beat his ass in Berlin, pillar to post. But, guys, last week, when he couldn't help but talk about my father and my grandfather, well, then he turned his back on me, and I mean, this is me we're talking about, so I had no choice but to take the opportunity and hit his ass with the three most dangerous letters in sports entertainment, RKO.
And speaking of the ring general, here he is, the world heavyweight champion, Gunther.
Randy, the only thing I need you to do In fact, that goes for Randy and everybody here.
The crowd does not want to let Gunther speak.
What I need you.
Oh my, wow.
And all those Florida rednecks in here. To do right now is to shut up and listen to what I have to say.
I don't think they want to listen to what Gunther has to say.
Randy, look at me. I want to know what you are celebrating here. Are you celebrating that I turned my back to you? You spun me around and you hit an RKO on me? Well, Randy, celebrate it. Because it's the only celebrating you're going to do. Because with doing what you did last week, Randy, the only thing you achieved is to make this very, very personal. Oh, you lowlifes yelling USA at me, huh? What is that, huh? That's all you get when you have 3 brain cells available, huh? To verbalize some sort of support for this man, huh? But since everybody seems to be very hyped to see you hit another RKO on me, I came here to let you know that it's never going to happen again. And since everybody, including me, is aware how dangerous of a maneuver the RKO is, you leave me no option. Because after I'm done with you in Berlin, I'm gonna leave you a bloody mess. And I'm gonna leave you exposed, Randy, for what you really are. A very successful, yet very underachieving one-trick pony.
Man, Gunther, you keep running your mouth and running your mouth. It's going to make it just that much more of an uncomfortable flight for you over to Berlin. That's going to be 8 hours, 8 whole hours up in the air, 35,000 feet altitude with a size 15 boot shoved directly up your ass. Long flight, and it gets better. That's a size 15 boot, double extra wide.
You know what they say, Cole?
Oh boy, less talk and more fighting. Wait a minute, here comes Kaiser. Randy Orton with a shot to Kaiser. Randy Orton takes down Ludwig Kaiser. One for a chop to Randy Orton. Randy Orton blocked it. Now these two going at it here It's Randy Orton and Gunther, but Kaiser with a chop block to the back of the knee. It was all scouted. Now Orton, vulnerable. WWE's Apex Predator may have just found his match. The Hunter is now being hunted by the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther. Imperium reigns supreme and sending a message to Randy Orton, who is on the hunt for his 15th World Championship in his illustrious, legendary WWE career. Kaiser able to even the odds for Gunther. Randy Orton, feels disrespected by Gunther. Gunther disrespected his grandfather, his father, and him, saying he's he's an underachiever. And speaking of issues, let's take you back to what happened last week between Sheamus and Pete Dunne. What's been going on in recent weeks between these two? And then it was Pete Dunne who would attack Sheamus from behind with a shillelagh. Former cohorts and the Brawling Brutes, they used to run Friday Night SmackDown, Friday Night Fight Night, then became Monday Night Raw Fight Night. Dunne would take that shillelagh and jam it into the hand of the Celtic Warrior. Message sent to Sheamus. Welcome on in, guys. Fortnite Might 1, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging out with me. Big Bird, welcome on in. Who better, Roman or Cody? I think they are both great in their their respective. I'm trying to figure out the word to put it. It's like comparing apples and oranges. What I can tell you, what's about to get better? Monday night, because it is Fight Night! What condition is Sheamus's hand in tonight? You can see it's all taped up after that shillelagh to the hand from Pete Dunne. We just saw the replay moments ago. The former Brawling Brute cohorts go at it, and it's up next on Monday Night Raw. Welcome everybody to Monday Night Raw. Well, moments ago, let's take a look at what happened between Randy Orton and Gunther. Gunther had a plan B. Ludwig Kaiser chop blocking the knee of Randy Orton. Gunther following up with a wicked clothesline. The damage has been done to the knee of Randy Orton. Gunther had a plan of his own, showing that Randy Orton is the only one who can strike out of nowhere. So coming up tonight, Randy Orton in action on Monday Night Raw. And he takes on Ludwig Kaiser. And there's Sheamus, who was set for action against former Brawling Brute cohort Pete Dunne. College Game Day, live from Dublin, Ireland. Sheamus will be a special guest Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. Sheamus is the celebrity guest picker. And here comes Sheamus' opponent, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's in recent weeks been complaining about Sheamus taking everything away from him and not actually adding to his career. It didn't help elevate him. Sheamus thought he was elevating Pete Dunne. Meanwhile, Pete Dunne didn't feel the same way. And Pete Dunne, you saw the little hand gesture mocking Sheamus. Official trying to keep these two apart. We don't want anything going on before the bout, before the bell rings. Pete Dunne feeling like Sheamus held him back, put him down. And now it's Pete Dunne's time. What he feels like is a bit of revenge. Sheamus went for a bro kick right off the bat. The bell is rung. And now Pete Dunne with his heavy forearms to Sheamus, but Sheamus blocks. Boom! What a clothesline. Turning Dunne inside out. And now Pete Dunne caught up in the ropes. Went for a forearm to Sheamus. And a side headlock on the Celtic Warrior. Pete Dunne trying to take control. But Sheamus is as heavy of a hitter as they come. And he can break just about any hold with one or a few shots. Uh-oh. Pete Dunne not where he wants to be. Alabama slam. And Sheamus is fired up here on Monday Night Raw. The Bruiserweight saying he is here to hurt people and he wants to start with Sheamus, somebody he feels that held him back. And now on the attack of the arm, Pete Dunne, a master joint manipulator. We've seen him break hands time and time again, and it might just happen right now. Has this Fujiwara armbar as he's torquing the fingers. Look at the way he's pulling on the fingers of the Celtic Warrior. Continuing to work on the arm of Sheamus. Look at this triangle now as he throws heavy punches at Sheamus. Sheamus picking up. Dunne. Oh, what a backbreaker. That was right on the lower back of Pete Dunne. And now Pete Dunne up on the ring apron. Sheamus with a shoulder tackle sending Pete Dunne into our announce desk. And you know, once upon a time, Sheamus won the world title at WrestleMania in just 18 seconds back at WrestleMania 28, defeating Daniel Bryan. Sheamus winning his first WWE Championship back in 2009, defeating John Cena. And Sheamus really bringing the fight to Dunne, but Dunne fights back with a drop kick. Sheamus turned around real quick, and the distraction allowed Pete Dunne to capitalize. Now, Pete Dunne with a drop kick to Sheamus into the steel steps. And Dunne, stomping on the hand of the steel steps. That same hand that Dunne used the shillelagh on last Monday. Can Sheamus get back in this? Cover by Dunne. So the story of this match is these two former cohorts of the Brawling Brutes. And we saw what happened last Monday. Pete Dunne is week after week has been causing Sheamus match after match, getting involved until it was a couple weeks ago when we were in Baltimore for Monday Night Raw. Pete Dunne tried to get in Sheamus's match with Ludwig Kaiser, but Sheamus would get out of the way and leave the victor against Ludwig Kaiser. And then it was last Monday where Ludwig Kaiser would come up to Sheamus saying they had some unfinished business. They weren't that. Ludwig Kaiser was not done with Sheamus. And then Sheamus would be attacked from behind by Pete Dunne. And then Pete Dunne would use a shillelagh on the hand of Sheamus. And that is why Sheamus's hand is taped up. And just before a commercial break, we saw Pete Dunne stomp on the hand of Sheamus on the steel steps. What a running forearm by Pete Dunne, who's just laying in these hammer fists on the Celtic Warrior. That's what the Bruiserweight is all about. That is what Pete Dunne is all about. He is as legit as they get. Pete Dunne laying in, but Sheamus with a double axe handle that turned Pete Dunne inside out. Again, Dunne, a former tag team champion, former NXT UK champion. What a clothesline to Dunne. And Sheamus has Pete Dunne right once him with a slam into the mat. Sheamus looking to finish things off here. Despite the pain he's feeling in his hand, Sheamus gonna find the wherewithal to push through. Pete Dunne wrapped up. Oh, fighting through it. Pete Dunne, the joint manipulator. Oh, oh, that was brutal. And now look at this. Pete Dunne with his own 10 beats of the bottom to Sheamus. The disrespect from Pete Dunne. Once upon a time, the Brawling Brutes would all do the 10 beats of the bottom together. But oh no, I don't know if I think I would have done that. Sheamus rising like a phoenix. And he's furious. And now at 10 beats of the bottom. With revenge behind it. Extra damage. And now look at this. Sheamus has Pete Dunne draped over the top. This is a different variation. We haven't seen this before. Sheamus has been a part of the WWE for quite some time. And that is the first time that Sheamus has ever done a variation of the 10 beats of the bottom like that. But that's because he's always evolving, keeping up with the times. That's what makes the Celtic Warrior keep going. And now Sheamus measuring up Pete Dunne for a bro kick. But instead, Pete Dunne responds with a step up in Zagiri. And now a moonsault. What a knee to the midsection. And Pete Dunne kicks out at 2. That knee hit the midsection. Might even be a little bit lower. Sheamus is not even close to being done with Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne on the shoulders of Sheamus. Sheamus has got something wicked in mind. As they climb up to the top, Pete Dunne rolls through, looking to turn into a sunset flip. Has Sheamus up. Sheamus was thinking white noise. Look at the power. Sit out. Power bomb. But Sheamus kicks out at 2. And Pete Dunne can't believe it. Pete Dunne wants to make an example out of Sheamus. But there's one thing we knew that Pete Dunne might have not thought about, or maybe he did. It's not going to be that easy to keep Sheamus down. It's not that easy to make an example out of the Celtic Warrior. Shoving Sheamus's hand into the turnbuckle pad. Trying to trap the arm. Never seen this before. Sheamus' arm is trapped. And now Sheamus might as well be handcuffed at this point. His arm is trapped. Sheamus trying to pull his arm out. Oh! A kick right to the hand of Sheamus. He just pulled the whole turnbuckle off. And a bro kick to Pete Dunne. And a win for Sheamus over the Bruiserweight. What a match. That wasn't just any match. That was a fight. It was definitely fight night. And for Sheamus, this fight night ends in a victory. Look at the way that Sheamus used all that power to rip off that turnbuckle bar after that kick to his hand. Just the anger of being just stuck gave him enough power, gave him enough adrenaline to pull it off, and a bro kick for the victory. All right, that's coming up next on Monday Night Raw. All right, welcome back to Monday Night Raw. It was Fanatics Fest, New York City this past weekend in the Javits Center. WWE and its superstars took over, presenting the brand new NBA belts to a slew of superstars. WWE superstars had appearances throughout the weekend, including CM Punk holding up a baby, Jey Uso, Rhea Ripley, Cody Rhodes, L.A. Knight, yeah. Rey Mysterio with a special special tag team partner, Cactus Jack himself, Travis Scott. Braun Breaker joining NXT. We saw what he did at NXT. Braun Breaker's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of talent. An incredible athlete, incredible performer. Two-time NXT champion. Braun Breaker winning the Intercontinental Championship back at SummerSlam, defeating Sami Zayn. Ivy Nile saying Maxine Dupree, it's time to ditch the Alpha Academy. Let's take a look at what happened last Monday. Maxine should have thought about her decision, because what happened next during the tag team match between Alpha Academy and the Creed brothers was an attack of Ivy Nile from behind on Maxine with a submission, that Dragon Sleeper. The Creed brothers picking up the victory over the Alpha Academy. Here comes the Alpha Academy, as Maxine Dupree is scheduled for a one-on-one match. Boy, howdy. Maxine looking for some retribution over Ivy Nile after what we saw last Monday, and it's coming up next. We are back live on Monday Night Raw. In the ring is Maxine Dupree, set to take on this woman, the Pitbull, Ivy Nile of American Made, American Made's newest member. Ivy Nile, the Pitbull. Maxie Dupree posting a very emotional video about how she and Ivy Nile used to be close friends. They would travel together. And Maxine wants revenge for that dragon sleeper that Ivy Nile put on her last Monday. Talk about power. Just look at the muscles on Ivy Nile. Maxie Dupree from behind. Not wasting any time. Shouldn't have turned your back on Maxine. We're seeing a new fire from Maxine like we've never seen before. Maxine has really been putting in the work. Fisherman suplex. And Maxine is fired up. Maxine Dupree sending Ivy Nile over the announce desk. She is on fire. Found a whole new fire like we've never seen before. But a big kick from Ivy Nile, stopping all that momentum. And now Ivy Nile on the attack on Maxine. This is where things start to turn around. Ivy Nile. Uh-oh. This is what happens when you align yourself with American Made. Gable did say he wasn't done with the Wyatt Six, and I don't think the Wyatt Six are done with American Made either. I think there's some unfinished business. That is Nikki Cross. Abby the Witch. Look who it is. Oh my. Nikki Cross going right after Ivy Nile and the Wyatt Six. And American Made are going at it in the ring. And you can have the chance of the dead of the universe. They indeed did mess up. Chad Gable is all alone. Might have made the wrong decision. Maybe. There's that freak. Nikki Cross. Abby the Witch. Uncle Howdy with a sister, Abigail. Laying waste to American Made is the Wyatt Six. And there's CM Punk. Speaking of revenge, CM Punk has some unfinished business with Drew McIntyre. That's coming up next. Monday Night Raw. We'll hear from Punk. Welcome back to Monday Night Raw. And coming up next Friday, the Bash in Berlin kickoff, Friday, August 30th, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, streaming on Peacock. Also on WWE Super social medias, being headlined by Randy Orton and Gunther is Bash in Berlin. We will see them on the kickoff alongside CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Priest, Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. That is Friday, August 30th. That is next Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. I should have played the audio. I was just looking at the side. I was watching the show, but I actually welcome on in, Cairo. Appreciate you being here as always. Got that first subscriber badge. That's GOAT level stuff. GOAT level stuff right there. The best in the world is here in Fort Lauderdale. Here at the FLA Arena. Punk making headlines this past week at the Fanatics Fest. Claiming that it'd be a cancer returning to the WWE, much like what Drew McIntyre has thought of CM Punk. CM Punk sold out of everything. CM Punk is live and in living color. What does CM Punk have to say?
We got a lot to get to, but is it great to be alive in South Florida on a Monday night or what? Happy birthday! Before we get started, I just want to say congratulations to your Florida Panthers on winning the Stanley Cup Championship. I know Roberto Luongo's in the house. It's good to see him. And how do I look? My hair look okay? These bags under my eyes are getting a little bigger, right? Let him have it. Come on. All right. Let's not get carried away.
I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night because I have very exciting news, and I lie awake in bed at night staring at the ceiling, excited to come here and share this news with you. But before we get to the news, before we get down to business, can I tell you a story? Y'all would have derailed this entire thing if you said no, so I appreciate you. Thank you very much. This weekend, I spent some time in New York City at a little event called Fanatics Fest. Somebody in the green room in between signing and taking pictures with a lot of you lovely fans, they asked me about this hot streak WWE is on right now, selling out buildings all over the world. And they asked me, why do you, CM Punk, think you're on such a hot streak? And the answer is easy. It's you. Why are we on a hot streak? It's you. It's you animals up in the 300 level. Why are we on such a hot streak? It's all you freaks right here, live and in living color. And I met a lot of great fans. First person in line for pictures that day was this nice young lady, and she was in a wheelchair, and she wheeled herself in, and she got up out of the wheelchair, and she walked up to me, and she told me with tears in her eyes that she just defeated cancer. And that somehow little old me was a source of strength for her during her battle, and it makes me think of my friend Chad Gilbert or Luke Kohler from Sick of It All, both currently fighting cancer of their own. And then I met a young lady from Taiwan, said she flew 15 hours just to take a picture with me. 15 hours just for maybe 15 seconds with CM Punk. And then there was a young gentleman who had a sign that said, I traveled 5,785 miles from Jordan just to see CM Punk. That means something to me. It means something to every single person in the back. But it really means something to me because I missed you guys for 10 years. So I get excited to come here to Florida for the first time in a very long time to share with you some news. It's fans like you that drive me. It's fans like you that take the time. Yeah, I'll take it. Why are we on such a hot streak? It's because of the love. It's because when fans hand me bracelets that they took the time to make, maybe insignificant to other people, maybe a Taylor Swift thing, but let's face it, I'm Taylor Swift for men.
That's a new one. Taylor Swift for men.
Bracelets like these, made by fans like you, sharing the love, is exactly like a bracelet that Drew McIntyre took off my unconscious body when he jumped me in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois. So we've talked about the love, let's talk about the hate now, the flip side to the coin. Drew McIntyre. Well, Drew says he hates me, wants nothing to do with me. Got the victory at SummerSlam and wants to wash his hands and walk away. But he made it personal. Drew says he hates me. I think he loves me, but I know he's obsessed with me. Wants to stay connected to me. Wears a bracelet with my beautiful wife's name on it. And that brings me to the news I have to share. Do you guys want to hear the news?
Yeah, what's the news, Punk?
My biggest hater is my biggest fan. So I went ahead and I made Drew a bracelet.
It's a really big bracelet.
Pierce, and unless Drew's chicken, Saturday, August 31st, Berlin, Germany, Bash at Berlin strap match.
Oh my.
And for the uninitiated, that means I will be tethered to Drew like he wants so bad to be attached to me, wrist to wrist, and you have to carry your opponent's carcass to all four corners and touch each turnbuckle to win. But that's not why I want a strap match. I want a strap match so I can whip this bitch.
Just straight like it.
And I can take my bracelet back. And I can leave Drew with lasting scars, which he will never forget the name CM Punk.
Speaking of Drew McIntyre, look who's here. A strap match set for Saturday, August 31st at Bash in Berlin, Germany at the Uber Arena. Adam Pearce making that match official. Look who's here. Oh, Drew did not hesitate to accept.
It's you that's attached to me. Pat, it's going to happen a week.
And it's going to happen a week from Saturday. It is CM Punk and Drew McIntyre in a strap match. To win the match, you have to touch all four corners. These two are going to beat each other to a pulp. It is a new day. Here we go. This has been brewing for months now. The New Day with Odyssey Jones. Xavier Woods feels like Odyssey Jones is replacing Big E. Kofi Kingston reassuring him that is not the case and nobody can replace Big E. You can check out the newest WWE action figures available now at Target. They're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo Donatello with Roman Reigns as Shredder. These figures are available now exclusively at Target. Shop the Elite Collection. It's Odyssey Jones and the New Day taking on the Final Testament. Live next. Congratulations to the 2024 Stanley Cup winners, the Florida Panthers. The Parade of Champions taking place at Fort Lauderdale, here in Fort Lauderdale, just a couple months ago. Celebrating with a special championship belt. Celebrating the Florida Panthers, the 2024 Stanley Cup final winners. And here is Roberto Luongo, NHL Hall of Famer, in the house here at Monday Night Raw. Jalen Brunson, the New York Knicks, also watching Monday Night Raw. It's a six-man tag team match. This has been brewing for months now. Karrion Kross trying to drive a wedge between the New Day, trying to get Xavier Woods to join the Final Testament. But now this is interesting because Odyssey Jones adds a whole new factor to the New Day. And you saw Xavier Woods, say to Kofi Kingston, I'm not sure about Odyssey Jones. You should have come to me before you asked him to side with us to invite him into the New Day, feeling like Odyssey Jones is supposed to be Big E's replacement. Kofi Kingston trying to reassure Xavier Woods that is not the case, that Odyssey Jones could never replace Big E. Nobody could ever replace Big E. But in fact, Odyssey Jones is just a new addition to the New Day rather than a replacement. It gives Odyssey Jones a chance to showcase his skills that he's been waiting quite some time to showcase. And here we go. Xavier Woods and Karrion Kross. Interestingly enough, that these two are the ones kicking off this match, because it's Xavier Woods that Karrion Kross wants in the Judgment there in the Final Testament, rather. And Kofi Kingston tagging in. Xavier Woods a little confused. It seemed that Xavier Woods wanted to get his hands. And it was made official that CM Punk will face Drew McIntyre in a strap match at Bash in Berlin. And a splash to Karrion Kross in the corner. And another splash to Kross. Kofi Kingston, a four-time Intercontinental Champion, former WWE Champion, 14-time Tag Team Champion. Xavier Woods, an 11-time Tag Team Champion. Xavier Woods has never held a singles championship. He's also a former King of the Ring winner. It was the New Day who was there for Kofi Kingston when he won his WWE Championship and what was labeled as Kofi Mania back at WrestleMania 35, when Kofi Kingston would fulfill his destiny. Wait a minute, look at the Scarlet getting involved. The official never saw it. But it would be Kofi Kingston who would defeat Daniel Bryan to become the WWE Champion back at WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium. Death Valley Driver delivered to Kofi Kingston by Karrion Kross. Now the tag made to Razor. Razor, oh my, look at the way he just drove Kingston in the corner. And the Authors of Pain embarrassed last week. Will the Final Testament pick up the victory? We are back live on Monday Night Raw. It is a 6-man tag team match. It is the final testament. And the New Day, Kofi and Kingston, desperately needing to make the tag to either Odyssey Jones or Xavier Woods, who are reaching as far as they can. So Kofi Kingston can make the tag, but Karrion Kross holding onto the arm of Kingston. Great high collar throw. Cheap shot from Kross sending. Look at that throw. Almost like a throwaway Northern Lights suplex. And now here's Akam in the ring with Kofi Kingston. Akam goes into the ring post. Kingston gets out of harm's way. Great sidestep from Kingston. This is a great opportunity for Kingston to make the tag. Will he be able to do it? Trying to crawl. Odyssey Jones now able to pull himself back up on the ring apron. And the tag made to Jones, and Woods is not happy that the tag was made to Odyssey Jones and not him. Odyssey Jones is fired up. And Odyssey Jones now being attacked by the authors of pain. But Jones just clotheslining right through Akam and Razor. Explosive is Odyssey Jones. Headbutt to the midsection of Akam. The cover. And Kross breaking the cover. Kross full speed. Knocked Jones down to his knees. Trouble in paradise for Karrion Kross. Kofi tried to get under. Tried to slide through, but did not. Here's Razor throwing Kofi Kingston. There's that elbow drop. Xavier Woods. An emphatic Uranagi from Akam. And Akam gets caught with a slam. Into the cover. The journey's end. Odyssey Jones picks up the victory for the New Day. The New Day and Odyssey Jones picking up the victory. Xavier Woods not really enjoying the celebration all that much. The New Day and Jones pick up the victory over the Final Testament. But you can see the facial expressions. Xavier Woods trying to pretend like he's excited about it. That they won. It's another victory on the record books for Xavier Woods. But the feeling of betrayal is like almost there. Odyssey Jones undefeated on Monday Night Raw. A tough loss. This trio is pretty dominant. Trap or not, Damian Priest is set to go one-on-one with Dominic Mysterio tonight. Professional wrestling lost a true pioneer. The NOI family. We lost Alpha. Welcome in, Yaritza. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you are doing well over on the YouTube side of things. How are you doing tonight? I hope I pronounced your name right. Got some GOAT level stuff going on tonight. Y'all are killing it over on the YouTube side of things tonight. How are we doing tonight? Well, I appreciate you hanging out with me, Yaritza. 13,718 here strong at Fort Lauderdale tonight for Monday Night Raw. A record-setting crowd. Robbie Lawler, former UFC welterweight champion, is in the house. Everybody's here tonight. Oh, boy. Big Bronson Reed is here. First, it was Seth freaking Rollins. Then it was R-Truth. After defeating The Miz in a one-on-one match, R-Truth biting the bullet for The Miz. Miz was in trouble after losing a matchup. R-Truth biting the bullet. That's true friendship right there. That proverbial bullet. 365-pound tsunami after tsunami after tsunami. It seemed like Adam Pearce was ready to fire Bronson Reed, but Bronson Reed has a no disqualification match. A rematch against The Miz. Miz, very honorable, an honorable side of The Miz. You don't see this too often. Miz admitted not having many friends in this business, but the ones he does have, he fights for. A no disqualification match against Big Bronson Reed. Look at the splash from Big Bronson Reed. Crushes The Miz. The Miz, two-time Money in the Bank winner, two-time WWE champion, 9-time Intercontinental champion. Right off the bat, The Miz with an equalizer in the form of a steel chair. That chair shot just got blocked by the forearm of Big Bronson Reed. And then smacking The Miz in the chest. And then Miz got sidestepped, sending Bronson Reed into the ring post. This is exactly what The Miz needs. Miz throwing the chair into the ring. Another chair. And a third chair. Kendo sticks. Anything The Miz can find to get revenge for R-Truth. Everything The Miz can find, it can and will be used. And Miz has got a table. And The Miz gets a table in the ring now. There is no disqualification. Kendo stick to the back of Big Bronson Reed. But it only angered Reed. Reed intercepting the kendo stick and just snapping the kendo stick in half and tossing it out. ruining the fun. Big Bronson Reed is already tough enough on his own. Now he's got weapons to use against The Miz. Scoop slamming The Miz onto that steel trash can. And The Miz asked for this. Despite not being sure if he wanted it, it was an honorable thing for The Miz to do, to want a no disqualification match with Big Bronson Reed. You know, it could be very good for The Miz or very bad. When you're The Miz and you're in control over Bronson Reed, it's great because you've got weapons to help you out to equalize the difference in power. But when you're on the Bronson Reed in control. As I was saying, you know, when it comes to The Miz and Big Bronson Reed, it's it's good for The Miz to have weapons when he's in control. It's good for these weapons for The Miz to equalize that weight difference, that power difference. But the problem is when Bronson Reed gets in control. Bronson Reed has already taken out Rollins and R-Truth without any weapons. His body is a weapon of mass destruction. That tsunami after tsunami after tsunami caused internal injuries in Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins, a multi-time world champion. And we saw blood coming out of his mouth because as a result of those tsunamis, the 6 tsunamis, R-Truth on the receiving end of 4 tsunamis. Absolutely devastating. And now The Miz is in a very tough spot. The Miz, unsure, do I want to do this? Should I do this? Is this the right thing to do for me? And he wasn't thinking about it that way. He was thinking about, okay, I want to get revenge for my friend R-Truth. And Adam Pearce, right before this match happened, right before The Miz went out, General Manager Adam Pearce asked The Miz, is this what you want? Look me in the eyes and tell me I want this match. And The Miz admitted, like I said, I don't know if I want this. Miz was very unsure about this. And I would be afraid. I would be scared because it's already tough enough to go against Big Bronson Reed in a regular one-on-one contest. But then you add a no disqualification ruling to it, and you add all these different variables. You can have chairs. We saw chairs, kendo sticks, a table. There's a lot of weapons that can be used. And it can go very well or very, very bad. And right now, right before commercial break, things didn't look too good for The Miz with Bronson Reed taking a seat while Miz was down. It's going to be a tough uphill battle for The Miz. But he will go down in honor fighting for his friend R-Truth that was taken out by Big Bronson Reed last Monday. Who knows? It might even be The Miz who gets taken out next. He's going to have a plan B for this. This version of Big Bronson Reed is the most dangerous version we've ever seen. What we've seen is already bad enough without weapons. And now we are back on Monday Night Raw. Big Bronson Reed is in control. It is a no disqualification match. But The Miz sidestep. Big Bronson Reed goes face first in that steel chair that was wedged in between the turnbuckles. And like I said, it could be either really bad or really good for The Miz. And right now, The Miz looking good right now. A chance for Miz to get back in this with a chair shot to the midsection of Big Bronson Reed. Miz up on the middle turnbuckle. Tornado DDT. Big Bronson Reed goes face first. And now The Miz hooks the leg. Uh-oh. Reed kicked out at 1, and you saw the look in the eyes of The Miz, shocked. And he just said to The Miz, don't piss me off. And I think that may have just pissed off The Miz. Or pissed off Big Bronson Reed, rather. Oh, my. Never look in the eyes of Big Bronson Reed. It's like looking in the eyes of Medusa. Except you're not going to turn stone into stone. Hammering away on Big Bronson Reed with that kendo stick. Miz across the way with a throat shot. And springboard, high cross body, gets caught in midair. Uh-oh. Was thinking that Death Valley driver through the table. Big boot to Reed. Another big boot. Reed might go through that table. To the table. But Reed pops out with a clothesline, taking out The Miz. And The Miz looking for a skull-crushing finale. But Big Bronson Reed is just too powerful. Death Valley driver through the table. And they're about to peel The Miz's lifeless body off the mat. Because here comes a tsunami. That's gonna do it. A message sent. The Miz didn't want to do it, but he did it and went down honorably. Bronson Reed is getting a big push by WWE. It's the best we've seen him so far. I like it. I like it. He's looking a monster. Absolutely. Big Bronson Reed. Oh boy. Now what? Big Bronson Reed not done yet. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. That's one big son of a bitch. That's Braun Strowman. 6'8", 384. Look at these two behemoths, these two Goliaths. Has Big Bronson Reed finally met his match? Still to come, your main event. It is Ludwig Kaiser and Randy Orton. That's later on tonight. But coming up next, it is Damian Priest and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Liv Morgan with a good luck kiss for Dirty Dom as he heads on to take on the Arch of Infamy, the former world champion Damian Priest. All right, everybody. October 5th, Atlanta, Georgia. WWE Bad Blood. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight over on Twitch and YouTube. I appreciate all the love and support. Got a few new subscribers tonight. Enjoy Bad Blood like never before. Priority pass on location available now. Packages are on sale now. All-inclusive pre-show and meetings. WWE Superstars. Front row seats. Go to onlocationexp.com/WWE now. Braun Breaker has next level confidence. We talk about luck. This man is as lucky as it gets. And I was saying luck. Dominic Mysterio's luck may have just ran out because tonight, for whatever reason, he agreed to go one-on-one with Damian Priest, saying he's not the same Dominic Mysterio. He's not the same version of himself that Damian Priest used to boss around when Damian Priest was a part of the Judgment Day. This will be interesting to see how this goes. If Dominic truly is what he says he is, if he truly is going to be able to outdo Damian Priest in this one-on-one bout. Because this is a match where Dominic is going to have to outsmart Priest. Priest is twice the size of Dominic Mysterio. The reason Damian Priest is not the world champion is because of the Judgment Day. Because of Finn Balor. Carlito attack. There it is. He knew it was going to be a trap. Now he just cut all three of them. And now he has the steel chair shot to the midsection of Carlito. But here comes JD McDonough. Oh my, JD McDonough just went flying. And now Balor caught. No, but Carlito pulls down. Finn Balor now a super kick. And a big kick to McDonough. And now Dominic is all alone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Terror Twins have Dominic Mysterio right where they want him in a... And Rhea Ripley ripping our announce desk off. Dominic Mysterio just launched to the outside. Rhea's going to get some. She's finally going to take apart Dominic Mysterio. Oh, but come on. Liv Morgan with a steel chair from behind. And here comes the Judgment Day like a pack of wolves. The Judgment Day, the numbers game is just too strong. 4-on-1 in the ring. It's Liv Morgan bringing the fight to Rhea Ripley. And a backstabber to Damian Priest. Liv Morgan with clubbing blows to Rhea Ripley. And just watching Liv Morgan rip apart Rhea Ripley. Nothing that can be done. Rhea Ripley is being picked apart. Oh my, and Ripley shoulder first into the post. And they're just bringing the fight. They're just demolishing the Terror Twins right now. This is hard to watch. And here comes an oblivion to Rhea Ripley. Ripley is out. Balor not done with Damian Priest. Now mocking the late great Eddie Guerrero with his frog splash to a defenseless Damian Priest. Like a pack of wolves. The destruction of the new Terror, of the Terror Twins by the new Judgment Day. The Judgment Day has made its mark, and let it be known who runs Monday Night Raw. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley knew it was going to be a trap, and that's exactly what it was. And like a pack of rabid, untamed dogs, ripping apart Damian Priest limb from limb in the ring. Meanwhile, Liv Morgan was ripping Rhea Ripley apart outside the ring. And the Terror Twins having a rough night here in Fort Lauderdale. 1 week from Friday, 1 week from Saturday, rather, the Judgment Days, Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan will take on the Terror Twins at Bash in Berlin. The Pure Fusion Collective. We were trying to determine number one contenders for the women's tag team titles. Io going for that over the moonsault. The distraction. A kick to Alba Fire. Went for the cover. And then Isla Dawn and Alba Fire would get involved, forcing a disqualification. And technically, Kairi Sane and Io Sky won via disqualification, but no decisive winner was made via pinfall or submission. Therefore, this match was made a triple threat match. Io Sky on the left, Kairi Sane on the right. The master of the insane elbow and the master of the over the moonsault. These two former tag team champions. Io Sky, a former women's champion. Once upon a time, it was Io Sky and Shayna Baszler traveling all over, challenging each other for the NXT Women's Championship. So talk about a rivalry that continues to be revisited week after week after week. Revisiting some old wounds. Kairi Sane, a former multi-time tag team champion. The Pure Fusion Collective. PFC is here. The Pure Fusion Collective are here. Led by Sonya Deville. Zoe Stark, Shayna Baszler looking to become tag team champions. If they're all on the same page and continue to be on the same page, Pure Fusion Collective could lead the women's division, could take over the women's division. And here, speaking of the titles, here are the champs. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, when they won the titles back in their home country, when they won them at Clash at the Castle. Alba Fire on the left, Isla Dawn on the right. This Friday, they will team with Blair Davenport to take on Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. But now the question is, do they go to Friday Night SmackDown going into that 6-woman tag match with the women's tag team titles? We'll find out. Two women will be in the ring at the same time. You don't have to tag your partner to, but I don't know why you wouldn't, but the first team to pick up the pinfall pick up a pinfall or a submission will leave as your women's tag team champions. Here we go. Now there's a lot of chaos going on right now. Good luck to Dowdy and LaShawn trying to keep these three teams in order. Now the bell is rung. It seems that it's going to be Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler kicking off this triple threat women's tag team title match. It's Damage Control. It's Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the champs, and Pure Fusion Collective. And Damage Control standing tall in the ring. Damage Control would love to have some gold once again. After an attack. That was unique. You don't see that too often. Taking everybody out of ringside and Io Sky. And is Damage Control going to win the tag titles? It's a triple threat match for the women's tag team titles. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark of the Pure Fusion Collective in control. Zoe Stark, the legal woman. Kairi Sane started this match off with Shayna Baszler. What a cheap shot by Sonya Deville. It doesn't matter because it's no disqualification. It is still technically triple threat rules despite two women starting in the match as a triple threat tag title match. There are no disqualifications. Great move by Sane, a great DDT. And you can tag anybody you want, but, you know, better chance to winning if you tag your partner in. And then, all right, and now Alba Fire takes advantage and tags in. And now Io Sky also now legal. Went for a kick with Zoe Stark, and Zoe Stark sent in to Shayna Baszler. Interesting move. Cool move by Io Sky. Extremely innovative offense. Gets the boot up to Isla Dawn. Gets out of harm's way. Shayna Baszler crashes into Alba Fire. And Io Sky really picking up the pace. Double leg missile drop kick, taking out Dawn and Stark. Sky is fired up here on Monday Night Raw. Bullet Train coming through, full speed ahead. And now signaling for the tag titles. And Io Sky looking to win them tonight. Has the arm trapped, but Alba Fire lands on her feet. Gets the boot up as Alba Fire. Stopped by Sane. Now Sky looking to take advantage right here, right now. It's for the Women's Tag Team Championships. Tag made. Kairi Sane tags in. And a double team coming in from Damage Control. What goes up must come down. Superplex. Down goes Fire. And Sane legal. Oh, but Isla Dawn saves the tag team championships for her and Fire. And Sky taking out Dawn. Baszler with a kick to Sky. And a headbutt. Nails Baszler by Fire. Kicking DeVille off the ring apron. Kairi Sane with a spear to Fire. Who is going to be the last one standing? Sonya Deville again knocked down. Kick to the side of the leg. Shayna Baszler with a knee to Zoe Stark, now legal. And now tag made to Baszler. And Death Valley Driver. Running knee. Kairi Sane. Cross body by Sane. Taking out the Pure Fusion Collective. And tremendous action here for the women's tag team titles. Baszler with a right. Wiping it off was Kairi Sane. These two trading blows, 13,000 plus strong here in Fort Lauderdale for Monday Night Raw. Shayna Baszler gets caught by Sane, but holds on to the hair, and here comes the Kira Fuda clutch. Kira Fuda clutch on Kairi Sane with nowhere to go. Sane trying to send Baszler into the corner, create separation, and she does create the separation. What a back fist. And now calling for it. The insane elbow coming right up. Gonna head up top to win the tag titles. Isla Dawn made the tag. And now fire's legal. Backstabber. Fire. Swanton. Dawn and Fire retain. What a match. Pure Fusion Collective leaves with the Women's Tag Team Championships. And here's Gunther talking to Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser gets set for the main event as he takes on WWE's Apex Predator, Randy Orton. For the first time in 10 months, Randy Orton is in action on Monday Night Raw. Taking on Ludwig Kaiser. Our main event is coming up. We are back live on Monday Night Raw. Yeet is now part of the official Scrabble dictionary. Huh, the more you know. Braun Strowman always having the back of Awesome Truth, and that's why he's stepping up and he's taking on Big Bronson Reed. And next week, the Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders tournament begins. That starts next week. And also next week, Uncle Howdy in action for the first time. Uncle Howdy and Chad Gable are one-on-one. This is Providence, Rhode Island. It's main event time. What condition is the leg of Randy Orton? And after that chop block by Ludwig Kaiser, you saw him limping. You saw Randy Orton limping before that clothesline by Gunther. So it'll be interesting to see the condition that Orton is in heading this match. He looks to be in the best shape he possibly can be. He seems to be in better shape than earlier. He's had a little bit of time to recover it. The WWE's Apex Predator, Randy Orton. It's been a minute since Randy Orton has found himself as a world champion, and it could happen at Bash in Berlin. But before then, it is our main event. Representing Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser looks to take out and defang the Viper, Randy Orton. It's coming up next on Monday Night Raw. We are back live on Monday Night Raw. NXT tickets on sale now. NXT going to the CW network on October 1st, featuring Chicago's own, the Second City Saints, CM Punk at the Allstate Arena. But this man in the ring will be on the following week's NXT, when NXT heads to St. Louis, Missouri, the hometown of the Viper. And Randy Orton gets set as he looks to become a 15-time world champion. He challenges Gunther at Bash in Berlin, Germany, at the Uber Arena next Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, streaming on Peacock. You know, once Ludwig Kaiser enters the ring, this is all about softening up Randy Orton, about weakening Randy Orton, so that when it comes time for Bash in Berlin, Gunther will have an easy date with the legend kill, with a once upon a time a legend killer, now a legend, the Apex Predator and the Viper. Second generation star Ludwig Kaiser, Randy Orton, a third generation WWE superstar. His father, Cowboy Bob Orton. Here we go. The bell has rung. The main event of Monday Night Raw is officially underway. It is WWE's Apex Predator, Randy Orton, and Ludwig Kaiser. Ludwig Kaiser looking to soften up Randy Orton for Gunther just in time for Bash in Berlin 1 week from Saturday. Ludwig Kaiser doesn't seem scared at all. Randy Orton tied with Triple H for the second most world championships at 14 world titles, behind the tied Ric Flair and John Cena at 16 times they've held the world championship. Now here we go. These two tie up. Side headlock by Randy Orton. Shoulder tackle showing that early dominance over Kaiser. The power of Orton seemingly caught Kaiser off guard. Orton 6'5", 290 pounds. Randy Orton winning his first championship. Randy Orton winning his first world championship at 24. Once upon a time, he was the youngest world heavyweight champion, winning it back in 2004. Gunther defeated Randy Orton back at the King and Queen of the Ring premium live event, where Gunther would defeat Randy Orton to become the King of the Ring, which Triple H had added stipulations to the respective tournaments that whoever would become the King and Queen of the Ring would earn automatic world title shots at SummerSlam. And Gunther would go on to defeat Damian Priest, and that's how we're here now. Gunther is the world champion. But how much of that is the fact that the official never saw that Orton's shoulder wasn't fully on the mat for that 3 count? And now Kaiser mocking Randy Orton. Randy Orton now just coming out of the corner hot. He's not happy with Kaiser. What a fall away slam for Ludwig Kaiser. Randy Orton taking his time. What an uppercut, stunning Kaiser. And another uppercut. These vicious uppercuts from Randy Orton. Look at that hang time of Ludwig Kaiser. Kaiser was like floating in air. Orton, that slow and methodical pace that we know of the Viper. He strikes. He slithers. And that uppercut again. Randy Orton effectively using those uppercuts throughout this match. And a shot to the midsection. Kaiser now with an uppercut of his own. Kaiser now on the attack. There's a chop to the chest. And now a chop back. Randy Orton was ticked off by that chop from Kaiser and responding with a chop of his own. Now sending Kaiser face first into our announce desk. We know what comes next. Ludwig Kaiser about to feel it now. But look who's here. The ring general Gunther is here. And kicking the back of the knee. That same knee that Kaiser attacked earlier on tonight. That knee is now buckled twice. And like I said, Gunther has Ludwig Kaiser out here to soften Randy Orton for him. And now giving Randy Orton his taste of his own medicine with a backdrop suplex onto our announce desk. And now Kaiser showboating. Ludwig Kaiser has taken control. And goes to the outside. Randy Orton sent knee first into the steel steps. Randy Orton is in a tough situation right now. Kaiser rolls back into the ring. In less than 2 weeks, Randy Orton faces one of the most dangerous men in WWE, the ring general Gunther. But what if it's not at 100%? Oh, and the drop kick to the knee into the steel steps. Randy Orton might not even make it to Bash in Berlin. We are back live on Monday Night Raw. It is our main event. It is the Apex Predator, Randy Orton, and Ludwig Kaiser. Randy Orton was looking for a backdrop on Kaiser, but that left knee of Orton gave out again, buckling. Orton cannot afford a knee injury right now ahead of his big world title match against Gunther at Bash in Berlin. But this is what Gunther wanted. Gunther wanted Kaiser to weaken Orton ahead of the title match at Bash in Berlin. Why would Gunther want a Randy Orton? That's at 100%. Randy Orton is one of the most dangerous competitors in WWE history. We've seen what Randy Orton has done in the past. We've seen what Randy Orton's done throughout the years. He's as dangerous as they come. There's a reason he is called WWE's Apex Predator. That's not just a moniker. That's exactly what Randy Orton is. But now he's being hunted by Gunther, and Gunther has sent Kaiser to make sure that Randy Orton is weakened for him. Randy Orton might not even make it to Bash in Berlin if Gunther really had his way. And Gunther, watching on as Ludwig Kaiser goes to work on the leg of Randy Orton. But this time, Orton kicks Kaiser over the top, and Kaiser lands on the outside on the floor. Randy Orton counters, but the damage has been done to the knee. And here comes Randy Orton fighting back. Right on announce desk now. Face first. Nope. Kaiser shot to the midsection of Randy Orton. Head first goes Randy Orton into the steel steps. And again, Kaiser with a shot to Orton. Kaiser rolls back into the ring. He's going to do it again, isn't he? We saw this drop kick into the steps earlier where he runs around the ring. He's looking for it a second time. This will really take Randy Orton out of commission. But Orton explodes out with a wicked clothesline. Talk about stopping you in your tracks. That definitely stopped Ludwig Kaiser in his tracks. As Gunther watches on very closely here at ringside. And now Randy Orton backdrop suplex. This time it connects on our announce desk. And Ludwig Kaiser receives a second one by Randy Orton. And Gunther is not too happy about what he's seeing because Randy Orton sending a message with a third backdrop suplex on our announce desk. Backdrop after backdrop after backdrop. Randy Orton going for a fourth one. Oh, and a fourth one. That fourth one was brutal. Randy Orton sending a message. Orton rolled in the ring and rolled back out to break the count. Randy Orton wants a decisive victory over Kaiser, and he wants Gunther to have a very up-close look at it. Kaiser went for a close and a fight back. Snap power slam by Randy Orton. And Orton's going to that place, eyeing down Gunther every chance he has to show him, yeah, this is what I'm doing to your boy. This is your guy, right? You know what we're about to see? This draping DDT, but Kaiser counters and hanging Orton up over the top rope. Great counter by Kaiser. That step up in Zagiri rocks Randy Orton. Looking for the cover there. Gets a 2 count. Kaiser thought that was enough, but it was not enough to keep Randy Orton down for the 3. Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion. If Randy Orton's able to make it to next Saturday, he has a chance to become a 15-time world champion. But Kaiser not making it easy for Randy Orton to be able to make it to Bash in Berlin. Kaiser in a very precarious situation as Randy Orton heads to the top. Off the middle turnbuckle, Randy Orton was on the middle turnbuckle. That knee might have not been able to get him all the way to the top, but paying homage to his father, Cowboy Bob Orton. And you hear the WWE Universe, 13,000 plus strong here in Fort Lauderdale, want to see the RKO, but they're getting vintage Randy Orton before that. That draping middle rope DDT. And now Randy Orton's going to that place. Now the WWE Universe is about to get exactly what they asked for with an RK. No! Countered by Kaiser with a roll-up on Randy Orton, who kicks out at 2.5. This time, RKO connects. Out of nowhere, and Randy Orton picks up the victory over Ludwig Kaiser. Randy Orton with a victory over Ludwig Kaiser. The line has been drawn in the sand. Randy Orton sends a message to Gunther. And now here we go. These two going at it in the ring. Gunther fighting back. These two men meet in Berlin 1 week from Saturday for the World Championship. Gunther and Orton going at it now. It is going to be a battle at Bash in Berlin. All right, everybody. That was Monday Night Raw. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to label that video. I want to see how long that match was. That match probably wasn't. That match was about 12 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. The match on air was about 12 minutes, give or take. Got a couple matches filmed for you guys tonight. Sheamus versus Dunn and Orton versus Kaiser. Get 2 matches. The first match and the closing match are now going to be in the can in case I ever need them for posting purposes. One of these actually might go up next Monday. All right, that's it. We're all set. We're all good to go. Thank you guys for killing it tonight, as always. Dean, thank you for being here. Yuritsa, Big Bird, Fortnite Midnight, Lionel Gayton, Jay. Thank you guys for hanging out with me on the YouTube side of things. Cairo, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for the people lurking on Twitch. I appreciate all the love and support. I'm tired. Gonna be honest, a little tired. So we're gonna call it a night. And I'll see you guys on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. New YouTube videos go out every day, 6 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow's video, Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at In Your House. Buried Alive, 1996. You won't want to miss it. Go check out tonight's video. Go check out all the previous videos. We have 186 commentary videos on the YouTube channel. Over 200 videos available between shorts, live streams, and single match commentary videos. Currently, day 185 of posting a commentary video every single day. We are 2 days past 6 months. I started February 17th. It's crazy to see how far we've come. We are now in August. And you guys have been killing it. I've been working my ass off to post commentary videos every single day. It's not always the easiest thing to do because I got to get dressed up constantly. I don't, and I do recording sessions because I can't always record every day. I try to record a few times a week so that I'm set for at least a week in advance or a few days or so in advance. I'm pretty much set through Friday. In fact, I have videos that have me set for longer than that, but I don't always use. Those are videos from that I take from Raw and SmackDown. I record them, post. I could always post the full commentary if I need them. This Friday going up is the tag title #1 contender match between the Street Profits and DIY from this past Friday SmackDown. That commentary footage will be going up on the YouTube channel this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, just a couple hours before SmackDown. So be on the lookout for that. Got some good stuff coming your way. Thank you guys for the love and support, and I will see you all on Friday. New videos every day at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube at youtube.com/@hypethecommentator. Peace.